Everyone. Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One last time, everyone together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So let's begin with auspicious prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Jnanatimirandasya
Om Jnanatimirandasya
Jnananjana Chakshurumilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Namo Vishnupadaya
Namo Vishnupadaya
Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale
Krishna Krishnaaya Bhutale
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Swamannati Namine
Swami Niti Namine
Namaste Saraswate Deve
Namaste Saraswate Deve
Yogavani Pracharine
Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi
Paschatya Deshatarine
Paschatya Deshatarine
He Krishna Krishna Karuna Sindhu
He Krishna Karuna Sindhu
Deenabandho Jagatpate
Dinabandhu Jagatpate
Gopesha Gopika Kanta
Gopesha Gopika Kanta
Radha Kanta Namostute
Radha Kanta Namostute
Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi
Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi
Radhe Vrindavaneshwari
Radhe Vrindavaneshwari
Vrishabhanusute Devi
Vrishabhanusute Devi
Pranamami Haripriye
Pranamami Haripriye
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Kripasindhubhyaiva cha
Kripasindhubhyaiva
Patitam pavanebhyo
Patinaam pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhar
Shri Advaita Gadadhar
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Mukam Karoti Vacharam Brahmanam Bhaidevam Yat Kripatam Vande Shri Gauravani Paramananda Manam Shri Chaitanya Ishvara. So very happy to be amongst all of you. Last month I had the opportunity to be here. It's always a great pleasure to sit amongst sincere souls and discuss Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. And that too, I don't know how many of you know, it's a very special month that is going on. This is called as Kartik month. And so many devotees all around the world, they take off for 1 month from the office and they go to Vrindavan just to do bhakti. Only chanting, reading, hearing katha, going around to different places, doing parikrama. Now we are in Bangalore and you all have office. Because of you all, we also have to be here. Just to help you all. But then when we come to this temple atmosphere, and somehow, if we can make sure that we are absorbed in the Krishna Katha, in the Kirtan, teachings of Gita, chanting the holy names, we will get the same benefit of going to Dham and doing Kartik Vrata. Obviously, when you go to Dham and do Kartik Vrata, that is next level of benefit. But when we come together in the month of Kartik and recite shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, recite these different prayers, today we are also going to show Ghee lamp to the Lord. Each and every one of you get an opportunity to do that. So when we do all this, it is described that person becomes eligible to attain perfection of human form. That is breaking the cycle of birth and death. Can you imagine just by doing these activities? So chanting 1 round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra in this month is equivalent to chanting lakhs and lakhs of rounds the other time. So nice, no? Yes. So it's very, very important that we understand the importance of this month and do the Vrata very nicely. I always say that this is the shortcut in Kali Yuga that Krishna has given all of us. Shortcut. And we all love shortcut, isn't it? That Krishna has given. So let's utilize and progress. So we're discussing from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And we dedicate this presentation to A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. It's only by His mercy that even people like us are getting to know about the glories of Kartik month, glories of Gita, and glories of the teachings of Gita to apply in our day-to-day life. And He is the one who made it very clear. We are not the body, we are spirit soul. Are we mind? No, we are spirit soul. Are we intelligence? No, we are spirit soul. So He was the one who made it very clear. Personalities like us who don't understand Sanskrit, how will we understand Gita and the profound teachings given very scriptures. He made it very clear for all of us. And today's topic is so wonderful. Mind your mind. Are you not troubled with your mind? And then this topic is for you. Or else there's no point of taking this topic. And let's begin with one thing. When we are making any decision, how many of us hear multiple voices within? Almost everyone? Yes? You should do it, you shouldn't do it, if you do this, this will happen, better not do. No, better do it. What's the problem? So many different thoughts. So let's try to understand what are these different voices from within. So when we discussed about body and soul concept, we understood that we have two bodies. One is gross body, another is subtle body. Subtle body consists of, okay, gross body consists of earth, water, fire, air, ether. And subtle body consists of mind, intelligence, ego. Yes, these are the 8 elements. Now, when it comes to nature, when we discuss about the nature of the mind, we refer to this shloka which talks about the entire existence of our material bodies. Please repeat. Bhumi apo nalo vayu.
Bhumi apo nalo vayu.
Brahmano buddhireva cha.
Brahmano buddhireva cha.
Ahankara iti yamme.
Ahankara iti yamme.
Vinna prakriti rashtadha.
Vinna prakriti rashtadha.
Now this is summary translation.
Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and cosmos. All together, these 8 consecutive minds represent material energy.
See, as soon as we talk about ether, that is ether, the sky or space, so we understand that sound propagates through ether. Yes. So our ear is activated. Now going a bit higher, when it comes to air, so obviously you can hear, but along with that, there is one more thing that we have added, one more feature. What is that? You can feel, isn't it? You can feel the air. And then you go ahead, more grosser, fire. Were you able to see ether and air? No. Fire? We can hear, we can feel, no? We can feel, and at the same time we can see. Now when it comes to water, more grosser, what is added? Taste. Taste? Yes. And then you go more grosser, that's earth. What gets added? Smell. So in this way, all the 5 senses become activated when it comes to earth. So that's the grossest. Now you go below ether. Now you cannot see ether, only you can hear. But as you go down, the element being more subtler and mind is below ether, that is subtle. You cannot hear also. Sound does not propagate to mind. And more subtler than that is intelligence, and more subtler than that is false ego. So now when we hear multiple voices from within, it is mind and intelligence which are speaking. Like for example, when we are coming for Gita course, multiple voice. All of you sincere, we're talking about those who are not that sincere. So mind it works on the principle of likes and dislikes. And intelligence works on the principle of correct and incorrect. So now while doing any activity, mind will say, you like it, you do it. But intelligence will say, no, Gita course we heard, Baba posted. It is not correct. We shouldn't do it. But still mind will say, it's okay, these people will keep telling. Our job is to do. Come on, you like it, do it. Again, the intelligence, no, it's not correct, it's not correct. Now, based on who is strong, your mind or your intelligence, it will be decided will you do that activity or not. So mind works on the principle of likes and dislikes. And intelligence? Correct and incorrect. Right or wrong. So in this way you will always hear these multiple voices. But now let's go a bit more deeper into mind. We will not talk much about the intelligence. Now how does the mind decide likes and dislikes? On what basis does the mind decide likes and dislikes? Any idea? Huh?
Comfort.
Comfort,
Pleasure, happiness.
pleasure, happiness. But small kids, right from childhood, they have likes and dislikes. What pleasure, comfort they have seen?
Past
By
experience.
looking
By
at
past experience. Past experience with this life or past life?
curiosity.
Yes?
Curiosity.
Huh?
Curiosity.
Curiosity, okay. See, there's something called samskara. Have you heard this word samskara? Hmm? People say, no, इसकी संस्कार अच्छे नहीं है. पता नहीं क्या माता पिता ने सिखाया है. संस्कार अच्छे नहीं है. Have you heard this? Do we hear this more often? So what does that mean basically is, say when we are doing any activity, there is an impression that is made on the mind. Some impressions are light, some impressions are very deep. Like for example, if today I ask you that, do you remember anything from your childhood? Will you be able to say everything word to word?
No.
But you remember certain events in your life. The most traumatic event, the most enjoyable event. Do you remember that teacher who nicely slapped you for the first time? Yes. I also remember. But we don't remember each and everything that takes place, isn't it? Why? Because the impression of that was very strong, that made an impact on our life. So that's called samskara, impressions. And how are these impressions made? How are these impressions made in our day-to-day life? What is that? Okay, repetition. Experience. Normally, see, when it comes to experience, these impressions are made based on whatever we hear, whatever we see, isn't it? So again and again, you keep seeing the billboard. Buy this villa. You don't have money, but still, no, I think I should try for it. Yes? And make your life miserable, isn't it? Get loan from here, there, whatever. That desire comes. That desire comes. Many examples we can give, but I'll not get into that. But it is very clear, even small kids for that matter, how do they speak what they're not supposed to speak? Where do they get it from? Simple. They keep hearing, they keep seeing, and they speak. Long time back, I think before COVID, one of my aunt is there nearby. So her daughter was in second standard. Now she's grown up. So she was telling me, I visited her house and she was telling me that today, 7 o'clock, there's a very important serial. I said, why so important? What's going to happen today? Second standard girl. Today, that hero is going to propose the heroine. I said, what? What? What does that mean? She was not able to tell the meaning, but she was knowing that today something special is going to happen. See the impression? My God. When I was in my college days, so I should take sessions for faculty kids. This preaching faculty is difficult, so I thought let me start with kids. Then I'll catch parents also. So we were having sessions for the kids. And they were all small, 4 years, 5 years, like your kids. So one day session was over and I was sitting with all the kids and my team was there, 4 5 other boys. And we were discussing, we were having some prasad. And one girl came and she was like, small girl, very cute. Yeah. Sir, you know what happened at my home? I said, no. And then she started the tale, the entire story, how her father and mother were fighting. All dialogues, all dialogues. Therefore, whenever I meet parents, I say, take care, samskara is getting made. Now, when it comes to samskaras, one thing I have to understand that there are many samskaras from past life. What is the proof? Do you get dreams of some place which you have never visited? Falling from the cliff, something happening just like that. Where is it coming from? And Shastras say past life. Present life samskaras. Whatever is going around, all that makes an impression on us. All that makes an impression. And all these together, especially the current life samskaras, they set a wrong goal for all of us. If you ask any person now, if you ask what is the goal of life, to become rich. That's what people want. But only self-realized souls, they come and sit in Gita books. They realize, okay, money is not everything, there's something beyond that. But naturally, people, in general, people have this one thing that whatever they keep hearing, seeing, etc., that's what becomes their goal. And many of the time, that is the wrong goal. Very pathetic, you see. And mind, having all those samskaras, you know what it does? It plays with all these samskaras. It will do that mix, match, and everything. Anyone does video editing, photo editing? Anyone has experience? No? Okay, okay. Just two of you. If I would ask this question to some youth crowd, everyone, Gen Z, that's the Gen Z. So, when it comes to video editing and photo editing, there are various different softwares. I have some taste in video editing and photo editing. But then, when we edit the photo, sometimes we can easily make out that it's edited, Photoshop, or whatever. When you edit the video also, there are some flaws I should be able to make out. But I know the best software which does not give any flaw in editing the photo or editing the video. You want to know which software? Oh my God, you know it. That's the mind. Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of this company, says, how mind does mix and match and displays a very wonderful image. He says, mind sees, oh, you have to tell me what is going to mix and match and what image is going to give. Mind sees mountain and mind sees gold. And in the dream you get golden mountain. My God. This is what mind does. In childhood, I don't know if now also if you have that experience, but in childhood, at least this I had an experience. I used to love watching horror movies somehow. How many of you watched horror movies in childhood? Okay. Then you all can relate to me now what I'm saying. So now, just imagine the person is running and the ghost is behind. And you're watching like this popcorn movie. Yes. And now when you're sleeping, the ghost is same. But the person is changed. And who is that person? Very well, we all know it. And the editing of that entire scene is so wonderful that we are into it. Mind displays it so wonderfully. In this way, mind plays with various impressions that we have in our day-to-day life. Various impressions. So sometimes when Gita Course participants they come and ask, Prabhuji, I got this dream. Can you tell me why? I said, don't worry, it's just activity of the mind. Don't give so much importance to it. It's okay. So today what we'll try to do is we'll try to understand how the mind plays with all these samskaras. Today's session will help all of us to understand this tricky mind and how this mind takes us for a ride every now and then. For that, you should make sure your mind is there in the class. Yes. Make sure. Mind will take you here and there, will not allow you to hear this. This is a reality that I'm going to speak today. So I've made an acronym called MINDS. This is what the mind does with the previous impressions. First thing, M, it magnifies the problem. I, infinite thoughts are given by the mind. N, it's never in the present. Try your best today to be in the present. But still, when I'm speaking, I'm sure you'll go to your past and then you see all those different things come back, go to the future, again come back. And when everyone laughs, then you're like, what happened? D, distractions. And S, stress and anxiety. So let's begin one by one. Magnifies the problem. See, mind is such a culprit. It will hear it from here and there, it will see things around. And what it will do is, a small problem, but it makes it very big. Huge. I always give the example of COVID time. So husband got COVID, no, wife got COVID positive and she was admitted. See, COVID time, many times people were dying because of stress. I'll show you some statistics today. More than COVID. So when it comes to this case study which I'm talking about, the wife was tested COVID positive, she was admitted in the hospital. As soon as the husband got to know that my wife is tested COVID positive, just imagine how much the mind might have magnified because every now and then TV, the news channel was showing various different things. So the mind magnified so much that this person got heart attack, he died. And wife, she recovered and she came back. Can you imagine how much the mind can magnify the problem? Therefore, in Hindi we say, Rai ka pahad banana. Have you heard this? All the Hindi speaking crowd. Yeah? Small thing, huge. Huge. And basically, what mind does is this it reduces our confidence. You know why it reduces our confidence? It magnifies the problem so much that the problem becomes very big and we become very small in front of that. And we're not able to see the other side. You know what is depression? Can you define what is depression? You might be saying, "Bro, we don't have experience." Sorry. What happens in depression?
Negative thoughts.
Negative thoughts come, okay? And
You're not coming out of something which is hurt you bad.
okay, we are always stuck. Yes. And
Insecure.
we feel insecure. And what's that? We do overthinking. Of small thing. See what happens basically. Say if you want to put a person into depression, and I'm telling you a solution. Not to remove, to put a person in depression. Or to analyze if I myself am in depression or not. So what happens in depression is the goal which the person has is not able to see that goal. It is covered due to whatever reason. The mind magnifies various different things and it's magnified to such an extent he is not able to see the goal on the other side. And since he is not able to see the goal, you know what happens? He gets into depression. He's not understanding what next to do. And whatever we all said, all that will come into picture. All that will come into picture. This is the depression. So here there is some statistics that is given about depression which people have. This from 2015. See this huge number that is there. What? How much it is? 5 crore 66 lakhs 75,969. This was 2015. Now 2024. I'm sure it might have doubled or tripled for sure. And see here it is said about 15 crore Indians are in active need at that time. Intervention due to various mental disorders are afflicted by. Can you imagine? In this world, there are many problems, but the main problem is this. Mind magnifies the problem to such an extent that the person does not understand what next to do. He does not understand what next to do. And because of that, various different things come into the picture like whatever you all described. But when it comes to a spiritualist, our analysis should be different. We should ask this question. Do you have a problem in life? And say the answer is no. Why worry? Chill out. But say, do you have a problem in life? And the answer is yes. Can you do something about it? No. Why worry? You cannot do anything. And can you do something about it? Yes. Why worry? So the point is, the mind will magnify and things are out of control. Just depend on the Lord. Simple. But only a spiritualist can be very chilled out, even in a very pressing situation. Because he knows very well when situations are out of control, just depend on the Lord. When you can control something, control it. When situations are out of control, it means the mind has magnified the problem to such an extent we don't see from where to control. It's very difficult. So this is M, magnifies the problem. Makes sense, everyone? Have you experienced this in your day-to-day life? Today you will be able to relate to everything, whatever I speak. Here is a nice video.
Hey Vivek, I want to talk to you something. Yes sir. चलो अभी तो तुम निकलो, मंडे को बात करते हैं, ओके? पता नहीं सबको क्या बात है। कहीं मेरा प्रोजेक्ट तो नहीं चेंज होगा, कहीं मेरा रिव्यू तो नहीं है मंडे। बॉस को कोई पता नहीं लगता कि मैं अपनी नौकरी की थी अपने जॉब से बनवा। सर, हाँ, सर आप कह रहे थे कुछ जरूरी बात है। अरे हाँ, मैं कह रहा था तुम शादी कब कर रहे हो? नहीं ले जा रही है। सर ये बात कर रहे थे आपको? हाँ ये कह रहा था। चलो चाय पी के आते हैं।
This is I, infinite, uncontrolled thoughts. Tell me, frankly, how many of you get this? Oh, everyone, huh? Oh, very nice. You see, this infinite, uncontrolled thoughts. This is a small thing, and we keep thinking. It's not actually existing. Actually, it's not there. We think, it goes on and on and on and on and on. And sometimes in the class we start thinking, and we come back only when class is over. And when at the end of the class, when the speaker is asking, so how was the class? Very nice. What do you like in the class? Don't ask that. So this is infinite uncontrolled thoughts. But one thing I have to understand, when this thought goes like this, chain, linked, one after another, you know what happens? A lot of negativity is created. A lot of negativity, which doesn't exist actually, but we create it. Our mind creates it using the past samskara. Say someone is not talking to you, and now the person starts thinking, why is he not talking? Maybe 2 days back, when he told Hare Krishna, maybe I didn't reply. Or this, or that. Maybe he does not like me. Yeah, he hates me actually. Last time I did this. Nothing exists like that. Next time you go and ask, Prabhu, all good? Yes, all good. No problem. But the mind will not allow negativity. And many of the times, basically, this is what is because we say miscommunication. When there's some miscommunication, misunderstanding, who does all that? Who is the culprit? Mind. Simple. What is misunderstanding all about? What is uncontrolled thoughts going on and on and on and on? See, for us, we're sitting in a temple atmosphere, so we can discuss all this and we can laugh on it. But at times, this is very dangerous, negative thoughts. Very dangerous. And it leads to suicide. These negative thoughts, it goes on and on and on, and the person, he feels what's the point of living? It goes on to such an extent. This was a couple of months back. Saturday evening it was, and one couple came to meet me at 8:30. Normally I don't meet such late evenings. But then they requested to some devotee and then they came. Now both of them sat in front of me. And then that lady suddenly started crying. I said, control and tell me what happened first. And that lady started telling me that my brother, who was just 22, he hanged himself. I was checking, and then I was wondering, no, why? What happened? And then she explained various different things. So that boy made a video of his own. That boy made a video of his own before leaving the body, before committing suicide. And that particular video, he's saying that I lost a football match and I scored less in exam. I feel that I cannot do anything in life, so better end life. Now just imagine just losing a football match in the tournament and getting less marks in exam as compared to what he scored previously. This made him hang himself. So you never know where this negativity can take us. Very difficult. Very difficult. Therefore, I always say, if you're not practicing spirituality, how can you overcome negativity? How can someone overcome negativity? Another case, I remember this was this year, January 1st, I was giving class. And it was Sunday, January 1st was Sunday, or 31st December was Sunday. January 1st was Sunday. So I was giving a special class for all the youth boys. And one of my students, so he went to his PG. He was knocking the door, his cousin was staying with him. And from the window he sees he's hanged himself. And what was the reason? Some debt which he had here and there because of that. I was just thinking of one thing which I was asking that boy again and again, my student. why you didn't get into our classes. If you would have attended few classes, this thing you would have never done. Never. Because anyone who gets some insight in spirituality will never do such stupidity. Never. Because they understand what's the purpose of life. As simple as that. And he understands very well there is no negativity which Krishna cannot remove from our life. He knows very well that no problem is as big as Krishna's power. If Krishna wants, he can remove any problem, any negativity. This understanding only a spiritualist can get. And therefore, a spiritualist is always calm and cool. Let anything happen, no problem. Chill out. Yes. When I was working, this was 2017. So heavy rains. My office was near HL, on Tech Park. It took almost 2 hours from there to go to Marathali. And on the way, actually my rounds were pending that day. Yes, some service came up in the morning and I couldn't finish my 16 rounds, so some rounds were pending. So we were stuck in the traffic. I was peacefully sitting and chanting. I was really bothered what's happening around. Any of the rounds were pending. I have to eat Gita also. I want bread today. So I was sitting and chanting. The person sitting beside me was so frustrated in life. What is happening outside? And then I'm sitting near the window. He goes like this. And after that, he got down and he went outside and he was shouting, "What's happening? Why is this water logging? Why this entire management of Bangalore is not taking care properly?" He scolded the driver also. He comes there and I'm peacefully chanting. Looking at me, he became more frustrated. Why is so peaceful? The only thing is that when it comes to us as spiritual practitioners, we have so many things to do sitting alone in a place when we get time. Isn't it? We have our rounds to chant, we have something to read, we have something to hear, we have something to contemplate, something to pray. So when it comes to devotees, for them, uncontrolled negative thoughts does not trouble. Negativity cannot trouble. Cannot. If it is still troubling, it means it's not doing bhakti properly, as simple as that. Therefore, M stands for magnifying the problem, right? Infinite thoughts. Third one, N, never in present. I don't think I need to describe. You are experiencing currently. Either the mind will take you to the past or to the future. Or some case study that you might have heard. So when I was describing case study, you went to that case study. That case study I heard. So in this way, mind goes to past and then future. Past, future. Past, future. Sometimes present. Simple question. All of you are very experienced in this world. All of you might have spent good number of decades in this world. Some might be 30, some 40, 50. Tell me, can you change your past? Can you for sure plan your future and execute as it is and make sure the future happens like that? But still our mind will make sure either it takes us past, future. Keep jumping, keep jumping, keep jumping. Sometimes corporate professionals ask this question: how to increase one's productivity? How to always have productivity constant or increasing productivity? Simple, Baba. Be in the present. Have you heard this very famous line? Being in the moment. Corporates use this line. Being in the moment. So being in the moment or being in the present. Now say I'm in the present. Naturally, my productivity will be high because I'm able to focus. Sometimes parents tell their kids, "Bro, इसको बोलिए ना." He doesn't study only. He's not able to focus. I look at the parent as if you are able to focus. Same thing with child also. Past, future, past, future, past, future. In during my childhood, one of the exam, I scored 1 mark less for full marks. And for a long time I was thinking, where did I lose that 1 mark? And to an extent, when I was a child, I used to think, if I get a machine by which I can go to past, I'll see it and I'll change it. So when I was thinking how stupid I was, wasting my time thinking about the past that I cannot change. And keep planning for the future. Little planning is good, effective planning is good, but over planning and overthinking and just wasting time is useless, nothing else. Therefore, how to get the mind in present? How can we experience the bliss of being in present? Only a spiritualist can do this. Because all our activities are in the present. They're expected. Like for example, we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we're expected to hear that mantra which you're chanting. The mantra which you chanted, you're not supposed to think about it. The mantra which is going to come, you're not supposed to think about it. You're supposed to chant the mantra which is there in the present. Now say, when we practice this every day, so all these different mentors who are there, so Prabhu and his entire team, they chant for 2 hours every day. Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which is 16 rounds. So now, many times people ask, what is the need of doing this? Actually, it is needed. It is the training by which we can pull back the mind in the present. It's not that we are able to pull back the mind for all the 108 times. But at least when you realize, okay, mind is going to possibly pull back, put on the mantra. Or mind is going to pull back and put the mind on the mantra. So in this way, when we keep doing, initially, we might be able to focus on, say, 2, 3 mantras. And after that, maybe it will increase to 10, 15, 50, 80. Don't you think life will be blissful if you're able to focus 80 times also on the mantra? Therefore, it's very important that practice is needed. If you don't practice, that's the problem. Therefore, how many times the course instructors keep telling, are you chanting every day? Are you chanting every day? And partner, no, I don't have time. How will you have time? Past, future. Busy in that only. How will we have time? Therefore, we force ourselves, force the mind, and chant the holy names of the Lord every single day. How many people chanting every day? Raise your hands. Oh, very nice. Others are waiting for me to tell that now it's Kartik, please begin. Shubh please start. Or else, trust me, mind will make your life miserable. As the age grows, mind keeps fluctuating more in past and future. Remember this. If you don't train your mind now, if you don't tame your mind now, wrong case. You'll not be able to do anything in old age. Very difficult. Very difficult. So M, I, N, we have discussed. M, magnifies the problem. I, infinite thoughts. N, never present. D, destruction. So mind is such a culprit. It does not allow us to focus, as I said, it will take us to past or future. But at the same time, all the samskaras that the mind has here and there, all those are enough to get distracted. Every now and then mind distracts us. It does not allow us. It does not allow us to do the needful. Small kids they suffer so much because of that. Because of the mind and more because of the parents. Parents are being focus, and the boy is distracted completely. Now see, when it comes to kids, I'll give the example of kids here, and you can relate some example for yourself in your office work. Now the kid will see something which the friend has. Say PlayStation, I don't know the recent PlayStation. 5? 6? Oh, we all know better. PlayStation 5. Say some kid has got that. And now your kid is playing with that kid. He sees that. And now when the kid comes back, when he's opening his science textbook, he's able to see only PlayStation 5. Tell me, how can he study? How can he study? So distracted, mind is so distracted. Even if for some time we close our eyes, just for 10 seconds also, we will see that we open our eyes, there's so many different things we already thought about. So many different things. That's the distraction the mind creates using the past samskaras. And the last one is stress and anxiety. S stands for stress and anxiety. One simple example I'll give. The rest you all can think for yourself about this. See, mind, it compares various different things. It's very funny. The person has got everything in his life, but still when he sees that the neighbor has got little more, or relative has got little more, the person gets into stress and anxiety. So pathetic. Therefore, this one thing that we see is that the mind, it starts comparing and it puts stress and it pulls down the person into anxiety. So in this way, I don't know about you all, but at least those who are addicted to social media. One boy came to me and he was saying, "Prabhuji, my all friends are happy except me." I said, "Why? Oh, what happened? How do you say that?" You see, look at the status, everyone is smiling. I was telling him, only status they smile. Don't worry, everyone is miserable in this world. And that's a fact. But what to do? When we start comparing, natural stress and anxiety comes. Tell me, what are the other reasons to get stress and anxiety? Okay, overthinking. No, any reason I'm saying?
Expectations.
Expectations. You see, when your boss has high expectations from you, you're not able to meet it, oh, stress and anxiety. More than that, your spouse has got more expectations, a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. Any other thing? Expectation, very nice. And
Trying to control
huh?
the outcome.
Attachment, yes. And
Trying to control the outcome of any situation.
that's another thing. That will put us into stress and anxiety. Say you're attached to something, you're into stress thinking, what if that is taken away? It is not taken away, but you're thinking it will be taken away, what will happen? Unnecessary stress. And now you're trying to maneuver around some situation. You're not able to control it. You're trying to control your best. It's not happening. Stress and anxiety. So I think you got the point. So this is what the mind does with all of us. MINDS. Magnifies the problem. I infinite thoughts and ever present. D distraction. S stress and anxiety. After hearing all this, what do you think? Mind is your friend or enemy? How many of you say friend? How many of you say enemy? How many of you say both? Oh, very nice. But Krishna has got an amazing definition. See, many times we give a lot of importance to our own opinions. We say that according to me, this is what it is. Like for example now, according to me, mind is friend. According to me, mind is enemy. According to me, mind is both. But the perfect definition Krishna gives in Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, I always say Bhagavad Gita is so practical, so amazing. The only thing that you have to do is read it, understand it, implement it, and you will see the changes for yourself. It will begin with the change in perception first. Look at this definition. Please repeat. Bandhuratmatmanastasya Yenatmaivatmanajitaha Anatmastu shatrutve Varnitatmaiva shatruva. Prabhuji's great translation.
For him who has conquered the mind is the best friend. But for the one who has failed to do so, so his mind will remain the greatest enemy.
This is called definition. Now tell me, after seeing this definition from Gita, how many of you say mind is your friend? How many of you say mind is both friend and enemy? How many of you say mind is enemy? Yes, all of us. Why? Our mind is controlled or uncontrolled? As simple as uncontrolled. Therefore, our mind is acting as enemy. And what is the proof for that? I'm sure all of you might have experienced till now, especially when it comes to chanting. So when you think now I have to chant, mind says later. See, all of us. Not now, later. See, now you have your breakfast and then chant. Finish your office work. See, when you finish your office work, your mind is peaceful, then you chant. Night time is the best time to chant. Because everything is done. And at that time, when you sit for chanting, mind says, you're tired, sleep. Tomorrow, begin your early morning to chanting. And it goes on and on and on, postponing like that. Therefore, it is said, mind is such a culprit, it keeps tricking us again and again and again. Sometimes the mind will trick. See, every time going to Sunday evening class, what is the need? Today I watch online. Anyway, it's live. You watch online. But have you seen the difference between online and physical? Yes. Physical is always better, isn't it? Isn't that very effective? Online, we know very well. We are watching and suddenly someone will come or some other pop-up comes and we switch from the Gita class to some other class. Yes? And see, here you cannot do anything. You have to sit and you have to open, you keep your eyes open, you have to watch me. And you have to hear me. Now say someone removes the mobile in between and he does something, I'll catch no easily. And no one can go out from here just like that. They're like, oh, where are you going? Come, come. So no one will do that. But at home, say you don't like me, you can pause me anytime. But mind is such a culprit, I tell you. Mind will say, why every single day? I don't know, man. It's okay. Sometimes people have this thought also. I learn everything now. And it sort of varies different things in my life first. Let me become stable. And then I'll start chanting very nicely. Then chanting will happen very nicely. I'll not ask how many of you think like this. But surely you will have many people. So in this way, mind will keep giving various different reasons to us. And the worst part is mind will tell. See, it's not so urgent. You're still young, come on. You're still young. One of the participants from this center was sharing with me. He's a 72-year-old person. And he was sharing. His family members are telling him, why are you chanting so early? You're so young still. He was telling me here, I was standing here, he came to me, my family members telling like this that no, I'm not so old. I'm not so old till now. That was what he's been telling. What is that? Okay, overeating. So in this way, mind will never allow. I've written an article, maybe you can Google it, you will find it. Men very chanting or woe. And that woe is mind. So mind will always keep tricking and keep telling. Later will become serious. This I wrote during my college days when I was working as a faculty for 1 year. I got connected to Bhakti during college days. But my mind would trick me always and say, next semester you become serious in Bhakti. Next semester. And guess what? I passed out from the college, I became faculty in the same college. And one day I was teaching in the same class where I should sit. I was writing something on the board, I turned. And literally there was a flash in front of me as if I'm sitting there on the bench. Then that day when I went to staff room, I wrote this article. May very chanting or woe. And then I started contemplating how my mind tricked me saying, every semester, next semester will become serious, next semester will become serious. Then after some time, the mind will trick more. I extrapolated the entire thing so that I don't get tricked again in future. So once the person passes out from the college, the mind says, get a job first. Then chant. After getting a job, now is the right time, mind, no. You're single, ready to mingle. Get a match for yourself. Now after marriage, now is the right time to chant. No. House is so silent. There should be some crying sound around. No baby crawling. You have a baby. Now after getting a baby, now is the right time to chant. And the mind says, what sort of father you are? Only mother will take care. Only mother should take care of that. You also go help. Once the child grows up and then he grows to a certain extent, then anyways, what else will you do? You chant only, no, come on. And the child grows up, now he's going to college. And then you're asking the mind, now is the right time to chant and become serious in bhakti? And the mind says, come on, what sort of father you are? See, your son should become, or your daughter, or son, should become completely settled in life. And you have your Indian father, mother. Your responsibility is get your son, daughter married. After that, you chant. Now, son, daughter married. And they get a child also. Now, the person, oh, he's retired. And now he does, oh, mind, is it the right time to chant now? Come on, what sort of grandpa you are? What sort of grandma you are? You're supposed to play. Who will play with the grandchild? Later you chant. And mind will actually not allow us, even at the time of death, to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. And this is a fact. If you don't start now, you'll never start after that. I can give you writing if you want. This mind is such a culprit. Later. Arey, why later? What's the guarantee I'm going to live? Just imagine today when you're stepping out of this place. Anything can happen, no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Don't worry. I'm just. If you are not go out of this road, Prabhuji said something will happen. But it's a fact, isn't it? We never know which class is the last class, which round is the last round. But the mind said, don't worry. Maybe that applies to Prabhuji, not to you. Therefore, mind is such a culprit. And same thing Arjuna is telling. Arjuna is saying, please repeat. Chachalam Mana Krishna.
Chanchalami mana Krishna.
Pramati Balavadridam.
Pramati balavadridam.
Tasyaham Nigraham Manye.
Tasyaham vigraham manye.
Vayureva Sudushkaram.
Vayureva dushkaram.
Krishna is telling Arjuna that you focus, Arjuna. Focus and practice yoga. And Arjuna is saying, Chanchalami Mana Krishna. Krishna, my mind is chanchal. Chanchal means flickering, changing, distracting. And it's very strong, it's very obstinate, it's very ziddi. Like this child, you see. How's that? Anyone of you have personal experience of this? Don't raise your hand, it's okay. This is exactly how our mind is. It tricks us, and it is so strong, and it is so ziddi, it's so obstinate, and so chanchal. It will force us to do things. Very difficult. And our current situation is this. So this shloka comes from Katha Upanishad. And this talks about this particular analogy, the Ratha analogy. I'm sure you've come across this before in one of the session. No? Okay. But you all know it because you're Indian. I'll ask you to tell me. So the five horses represents five senses. See, you all know. The rope represents mind. The person holding the rope, intelligence. And the person who's sitting behind scared, weak. And the entire earth is our body. So now the mind is rope, I said. And the intelligence is the person holding the rope. Tell me, the person holding the rope, if he is weak, what will happen? Will he be able to control the rope? If he is not able to control the rope, what will happen? The horses will go either and either, and the chariot will go in different directions. Who will be troubled? The person sitting on the earth. And who is that? We. This is what is the current situation. Our current situation is, ideally, intelligence should control the mind, but now, mind is independent. It's not controlled by the intelligence. Very, very important. Therefore, it's very important to note that as soon as the mind becomes the master and not the intelligence, mind will start dictating the intelligence what to do. You all do this every day? Yes. Snooze. Now, this might not be valid in every situation, but one situation I'll just tell you. How when the mind takes over, intelligence will plan to satisfy the plan of mind. So say you have a very important meeting tomorrow and you're supposed to present something very important. And say you're setting an alarm saying you'll get up early in the morning and you'll take bath, finish your Hare Krishna chanting, and then you start working, maybe after breakfast or something. This is the plan. There's a lot of work to do, and there's submission you're supposed to present. So you set the alarm at 5:30. I'm sure you all get up before 5:30, as I'm saying. You're smiling. So, when in the morning when alarm rings, so see what happens when the hand goes on snooze. I'm just talking about that. Mind says, You worked so hard yesterday. You're tired. Sleep. It's okay. And now intelligence starts planning. That, okay, if I sleep for 10 minutes more, so okay, what I can do is I can skip chanting. Anyways, I can do it later. It's okay. So I'll get up and take bath quickly and have breakfast quickly and then I'll start working. And start again you snooze for the second time. Next plan is ready. Instead of taking bath for 30 minutes, singing some song, maybe 10 minutes I'll take bath and come out and immediately I'll have breakfast and start working. Another 10 minutes you snooze, another plan is ready. Who is planning? Intelligence is planning. And who is dictating? Mind is dictating. And every time you snooze around, you lose to the mind. So very wonderful. We start our day losing to our mind. This is exactly what's happening most of the time. Maybe not every time, but most of the time. Therefore, when we analyze that, are we controlled by the mind or not? Obviously, the answer becomes yes. This is the ideal situation. Please repeat. Indriyani paranyaho.
Indriyani paranyaho.
Indriyebhya param manaha.
Indriyebhya param manaha.
Manasastu param buddhe.
Manasastu param buddhe.
Yo buddhe paratastu saha.
Yo buddhe paratastu saha.
So this particular shloka says that all the senses that we have, they are superior to dull matter. So whatever senses we have. Superior to the senses is mind. And superior to mind is intelligence. And superior to intelligence are we, spirit soul. But now our current situation is, instead of intelligence being superior, mind has become superior. Therefore the question comes, how to control the mind? And for this also I made an acronym. Instead of M-I-N-D-S, now it's M-I-N-D. M, make the intelligence strong. I, involve in positive engagement. N, never trust the mind. D, delete previous impression. M, make the intelligence strong. How do you make your intelligence strong? By eating almonds every day. How do you make your intelligence strong?
Doing what is right.
Huh?
Doing what is right.
How? Okay, that's very nice point. But how do you know what is right and what is wrong? By chanting, reading? Reading scriptures, reading Bhagavad Gita. See, more you read Gita, more you understand what I'm supposed to do and what I'm supposed to avoid. So when you understand it clearly, then you can clearly say, no, this is not correct, I will not do. It means your intelligence becomes sharp now, like a sword. And you can cut the plans of the mind easily. Therefore, we say, make the intelligence strong. That's M. I, involve in positive engagements. See, all of us, we might have got a lot of negative impressions. People come and say, there's a lot of negative impressions that like, a lot of negativity is there within. How can I remove? Many times I get negative thoughts. How can I remove? I give the analogy of red balls and white balls. I don't know how many of you came to a Janmashtami venue. We had one stall describing this particular theme. So, red balls are those negative impressions that we have. And white balls are those activities which have created positive impressions. Now, even after coming to the program, some people might be getting some negative impressions. You know what is that? All the red balls which is put, that is coming up. Just think about a box in which a lot of red balls are there. And you have put 2-3 white balls now. For the last 30 years you put red balls and now you put 3 white balls. And you put your hand in that. And then you remove a ball. Probability of which ball is higher to come out? Right, simple. So now when we come to Bhakti, and when we involve our mind in positive engagements, it means you are adding more white balls to it. And what are those positive engagements? Like this, the discourse. Mantra meditation doing together is so powerful. Attending the Aarti, attending festivals, seeing the Abhishekam of Shri Shri Radha and Krishna, offering flowers to the Lord, doing some service. All these are different positive engagements, and this will create positive impressions. More you do this, more positive balls are added, more white balls are added. And I always say, spiritualists should keep adding so many white balls. All the red balls should go down. And so many white balls up. And now when you put your hand in that and try to remove a ball, with time, only white ball will come out. To get the red ball, you put your hand too deep, which is anyways not do. So in this way, easily we can overcome the negative thought process that the person has. by involving the mind in positive engagements. M stands for, in solution,
Make the intelligence strong.
make the intelligence strong. I, involve in positive engagements. And N, never trust the mind. As soon as you think that you should chant Hare Krishna, and your mind says not now, immediately slap your mind. No, I'll do now. And immediately do it. When you decide that you want to get up early in the morning tomorrow, and your mind says no problem, sleep today. From tomorrow you get up early. You should tell the mind tomorrow never comes, immediately get up. This is called as slapping the mind, chastising the mind. Therefore, never trust the mind. Why we should trust the mind? Because it is currently our enemy. Do you trust your enemy? Come on, we don't. So how can we trust our mind? It's enemy. We cannot. So never trust the mind. And the last one is D, delete previous impression. See, all previous impression are creating problem. No, you just delete it. मजा आ जाएगा एकदम. But now that shift delete option is there, how many of you say it is there? How many of you say it is not there? And I want to give good news. It is there. When we do spiritual practice, especially when we do mantra meditation has the power to delete all the samskaras, all the previous samskaras, all the negative impressions that we have. Mantra meditation has the power to do that. And I can tell this confidently from my own personal experience. So by Lord's mercy, we came in touch with Bhakti to Bhagavad Gita in 2010-11, that time. And in these many years, we have seen that how the thought process has changed, and how when we close our eyes, no more nonsensical things come in front. And that's the power of mantra meditation. You just keep doing it, and you will see with time, these all previous impressions are deleted very nicely. Very nicely. Some people were not very sincere, for them it will take some time. But those who are very sincere, every day, without fail, doing mantra meditation, increasing the rounds. Now see, already which session is this? Session number 6. So now you should be chanting 2 rounds every day, which takes 15 minutes. Ideally, everyone should chant 4, according to me. Because any yoga practice you do, 30 minutes at least should give, no? You just say you go to a yoga teacher, yogasana teacher, and you tell, please teach me yogasanas. The teacher asks, how much time you have? And you tell him 10 minutes. You tell him, go home. You see some video and practice. At least 30 minutes expected, no? Similarly, we have done Bhakti Yoga here, at least 30 minutes. So therefore, I always recommend that start with 4 rounds. Why still get stuck at 1 round? If 4 is too much, at least 2. 2 makes sense, right? At least 2 to begin with. And when we chant a good number of rounds every single day, you'll be able to see the transformation in yourself, where when you're closing your eyes, no more those nonsensical thoughts are coming. But it's all the divine pictures that will appear in front of you. You'll be peaceful, very nice. Therefore, this is the solution, M-I-N-D. So, in the solution, M, make your intelligence strong. I, involve in positive engagements. N, never trust them. Oh, we all remember this very clearly. D, delete previous information. So, let me confuse you. Let's go back to the M-I-N-D-S. How the mind tricks us. M, magnifies the problem. I, infinite thoughts. N, ever the present. D, distractions. S, stress and anxiety. But let's go back to the solution. M, make intelligence strong. I, involve in positive engagements. N, never trust the mind. D, delete previous impressions. Mazak. M-I-N-D-S, M-I-N-D. Therefore, we title this topic as, or we gave the topic as M-I-N-D, your M-I-N-D. Mind, your mind. And all this solution will easily get implemented when you do these 3 things every day. One is every day chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Second, 1 shloka of Gita you study, which takes only 5 minutes or 10 minutes. If you cannot study yourself, you can watch Shloka videos. And never miss these sessions. And I'm so proud to share this that there are some participants who alter their entire plan just to make sure Sunday evening they are here. I have found many students like that, very, very sincere. And I've seen they are going to advance very fast in Krishna consciousness. So with this, I would like to stop here. Thank you very much. Any questions?
How to overcome the distractions?
Hare Krishna. How to overcome the distractions?
See, distractions are because of all that we have discussed till now. Mainly because of the past samskaras that we have, our mentality that we have, because of that. So somehow we have to change all that. Now, if you want to change something on the material platform, a subtle material platform, that is mind level, you have to do something on the higher platform, right? Or because of the mind level. So now, when you want to achieve something on the mind level, you should do something on the. No, it's because of that mic which is on. It is big. Then you have to work on spiritual platforms higher. So we have gross, subtle, spiritual. So when you start working on the spiritual platform, naturally you can get rid of distractions. It is out of the mind level. In fact, this answer will be valid for most of the questions related to mind. Work on the spiritual platform. Mind is on subtle platform. Naturally, this can control this particular thing. That is, spiritual practices can control the mind. So how sincerely and how seriously you practice, that will decide how quickly you become focused on distractions. As simple as that. We have seen those small kids, firstly, small kids whose parents are chanting. So looking at them, kids also start chanting. And those kids are really very focused. Very focused. I can tell from personal experience. When I first the person started chanting, I was still a student. And I could easily see the difference between the focus level before and after. Huge difference. Huge difference. Yes. So work on the spiritual platform, especially these three activities. Yes, next question. Close the window. Okay. Yes, please.
So if God is real, helpfully incarnated in his life, why is he giving such, I would say, monkey mind, which always keeps unstable? What is the reason? And why content is fine, but why are we given this kind of mind?
Why are we given this kind of mind? You know what? Mind is so powerful. This entity mind, if we train it, it will be the cause of our salvation, of our perfection. Therefore, it's very important thing to note. Purposely, the mind is made powerful so that when we start doing spiritual practice, our mind is the one which will take us closer to the Lord, to the perfection. But unfortunately, what we are doing is we are not training the mind on the spiritual platform, but allowing the mind to get contaminated on the material platform in our day-to-day life. Everyone knows that there are certain things that we're not supposed to do, say watching something nonsense. But still people will get into that. Now, what is happening when you're watching something like that? You're training your mind in the negative way. And element mind is powerful. That is clear. But now the powerful entity when it is trained in the negative way, Lord does not give a negatively trained personality with us. He is giving a powerful element to utilize in a positive way and elevate your consciousness. But we have such culprits. We engage the mind in a negative way and train the mind negatively and we get trouble. You see? So it's not Lord who has given us the negative entity, we have made it negative entity. But if we use that entity or train that entity in positive way, that will be the cause of our upliftment in spiritual life and perfect our human form of life. Make sense, mother? Yes? Yes, ma'am. You can tell, I'll repeat your question.
Prabhuji, this mind also plays a logical way.
Correct.
So faith is something where it is said, to start questioning your faith.
Correct.
Say that humans only have written this Gita.
Correct.
Right? You have a sense that deep inside there is some God, like there's something how this
Correct.
is. but then it creates doubt.
Correct.
That is another way of it.
Yes.
How so? Most of the people sitting in Bangalore are like logical engineers.
Correct.
Sometimes very difficult for them how to get deeper into things because there is some element we realize that we are not 100%.
Correct.
That logical mind takes us there.
Very nice question. Did you all hear that? So when it comes to us who are logical personalities, at times we will doubt who wrote Bhagavad Gita, are these people telling the truth or not, etc. I have a counter question to all of you. You can help us to understand and come to a common conclusion. How do we believe E equal to mc square is valid? Because you have not experimented for yourself. By the way, the ones who don't know what is that, Einstein has given us theory, E is equal to mc square. We have not done anything for it, but we accept it. Why? Based on the credibility of the person who was given. That is Einstein. And various other people who supported him. Similarly, in spiritual life, the problem is we are logical, but we're not spending time to understand those personalities who have attained that spiritual salvation. Now, especially when you start reading about personalities like Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, in fact, Prabhupada for that matter, if you just read about their life sketch, one thing you'll see is they were pure souls right from start to end. No material motive, selfless, they were ready to do anything for the society. And these personalities are giving that stamp that this is valid, you should follow. Now, when we hear from such personalities, we shouldn't be using our logical mind at that time and act over smart, saying, no, I know better than them. No, they know it better. They are those pure personalities. This is one. Second way to understand is we are trying so many things in our life. Why don't I try this sincerely and see? Because the taste of pudding is in the eating. So when you eat, you will taste. So when we start implementing that in our day-to-day life, and when we see changes as given in Shastra, our faith increases. Third, most of our time is spent with non-devotees or non-spiritualists. Yes. And they speak all these different things. And one culprit is always there in our pocket. Yes. And this culprit, as soon as we remove and start watching the different videos and various different atheistic people commenting, naturally, our faith will go on reducing. But when you come to association of spiritualists, you will see, and everyone will agree. When you're sitting here, you feel like, yes, this is what I'm supposed to do. Correct? But as soon as you exit the place, maybe next Sunday I will do. Or whatever. Naturally, that faith factor gets shaken. Therefore, I always say when it comes to practitioners, our association should be proper, our practice should be proper, and along with that, we should have some time to read about these personalities, their life sketch, to understand what sort of personalities they were, what they achieved in their life, and what were their contribution to the society. With all these are faith elements. That's what we're trying to do in these sessions. Because we do understand, because we also have faced all these problems. So therefore, we are presenting everything scientifically and logically. You see, we are not saying we are telling to believe. No, we are analyzing. We are analyzing and putting it forward. And therefore, it's easy to understand to some extent. The last thing that we should do is pray to the Lord. Oh Lord, you are the one who can actually give me the right clarity. These are my doubts. Please help me. And He's down from within. If He just switches on the light, all doubts gone. So these are different ways in which we can rebuild our faith. Yeah? Okay, last question. Anyone? Anyways.
So we say that mind is our enemy. But if we see in the literal world today, there are certain personalities who have done extremely well for the society as well as for themselves. Mind was with them. And then when we propagate and see, there are so many scenarios where people are doing brutally inhuman things, especially to female in and around the place, right? As a group, we are so many people over here, right? What would you suggest we should do as a group to start a wave so that we can bring in a positivity instead of other people around us? If you just give an example, like we're always surrounded with people who may not be very spiritual, especially at office for sure. Any suggestions? Sorry if the question is not.
No, it's a nice question. See, one thing is that we should know how to trick people into spirituality. As Prabhu said, we all are logical people. We use all our innovation in our office. isn't it? You want to make things automated and this and that. Some innovation we should use it here also. Say someone is not interested in spirituality. We should have some way by which we trick him into spirituality. Like for example, now Kartik Mass is going on. Any spiritual activity done, that person will get a lot of spiritual credits. By the way, why people don't have a spiritual inclination? Because they don't have enough spiritual credits with them. So we should use our logic and say, okay, now I'm going to increase spiritual credit. So by just calling it for some festival, see, don't come for spiritual activity. It's a festival, just come. Or feed some prasad. Or send some quote from Gita. You will say, what have you sent? You say, oh, next time I will not send. Already I've read. Or send some nice, inspiring video which is very logical, which relates to various things of this world. By this, what happens is, since he's coming in touch with spiritual entities, his spiritual credits will increase first. With time, you get faith also. And that person will come, not to spiritual realm. But this is a long process for outsiders, that's okay. But I would say, instead of outsiders, people sitting here, if we are fully convinced, if our practices are strong, looking at us, people will come. Looking at, I would say, happy people are staying together. Outsiders will say, how these people are so happy? Because outside people are not happy. They're searching where is happiness, where is happiness. Now just imagine with our spiritual practice, we go deep in our consciousness and we are smiling, we are happy in every trial, in every critical situation. And in your office, people are observing you and they're asking, so, how are you like this all the time, so peaceful and stable? At that time, you can say, because I practice spirituality. And then they ask, how do you do that? Because people, they like to see the person, maybe I should put it like this, they want to learn from the actions of the person than the words of the person. So as soon as people sitting here, see I got some 150 people sitting here in the class. The 150 people start practicing very nicely and their consciousness level goes high. And people around, say in every family there are 4 people, one person is practicing. Now all the other 3 are observing this person. They will also think, I should also do something what this lady is doing or this man is doing. I just imagine this will create a revolution. It will create a revolution. And that's what we're trying to do here. By giving a platform where we can understand Gita properly and go deep in our practice. Therefore, we have mental zones assigned for all of you. Because now you cannot ask everything to the course instructor, whatever personal questions you have. You can talk to your mentors and see. Go deep in your spiritual life. When you go deep in your spiritual life, your consciousness goes higher and higher. When you're no more affected by small things of this world, or the frequency of getting affected is reduced, let me put it like that. Naturally, other people will be attracted. You will become a magnetic personality. And naturally, people will come. And we will be the cause of the revolution in the society. Take my words. This will be possible. Otherwise, just speaking will not work. Just go and tell Bhagavad Gita says this, chanting is very good, you should do this, you should do that. People say you do and should, and I'll see. Then we will see. Just imagine someone is very short tempered in the family, one of the spouse. And all the family members are irritated with this person. Always short tempered. And that person is coming to Gita class. Now he starts implementing everything that is told in the class. Chanting Hare Krishna every day, and then reading one shloka of Gita, attending the satsang regularly. He's adding more and more white balls to his dabba. Yes? And with time, this short tempered person becomes very calm. And everyone in the family will get amazed. What is this? What's happening around? I'll give you a live example. This was last year. One of the student, youth boys, Saturday evenings I take sessions for youth boys, unmarried youth boys. And you know how shabby they are in their habits. So one of the youth boys was addicted to drugs, alcohol, cigarette. He started coming to my sessions. Same sessions, same topics. And after 4 or 5 sessions, one day he comes to me and he starts crying. I said, what happened? Why are you crying? Stop crying and tell me what happened. He said, prabhuji, you have changed my life completely. I said, I didn't do anything. I was thinking negative way to this problem. So what happened? You know what he said? I was a drug addict and now I'm completely zero. And his mother, who was knowing all these different things, She was amazed and she was saying, I want to talk to your guru because I cannot believe what you're saying. This is mother. He was staying with his friend in the PG. And the friend was knowing that he was drug addict, he was an alcoholic, he was drunkard, he was chain smoker, all that he was knowing. When he saw that he's given up all that completely, this friend of his comes to my session just to see what is happening in the session. He was not interested, he was completely against, but he just came to see how did my roommate completely change. Therefore, if you want to create a revolution, go deep in spiritual practice, raise your consciousness, and you will see naturally people will come to see what these people are doing the Hare Krishnas. What are they actually doing? Make sense? Yes? Okay, thank you very much. I'm very happy to have such a very wonderful attentive audience. Hare Krishna. Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai.
Hare Krishna. So it was very wonderful. In spite of rain, everyone was very attentive and hearing nicely. I think Lord Indra also liked the class. Looks like. So let's all thank prabhuji by loudly chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this month is very auspicious. So we are not saying this, even the scriptures are saying this. Even for a short time somebody burns a lamp in the temple of Lord Sri Hari, then whatever sins he has acquired for millions of kalpas, one kalpa is equal to 1,000 yugas, are still destroyed. So this is the power of this month. So we are not simply advertising, even the scriptures are saying this. That's the reason I posted in the group, please offer ghee lamp without faith in this month. Make sure your family members, whenever you get an opportunity, when you know some friends, relatives come to your home, make sure that they also offer ghee lamp to the Lord. Okay? The preferred picture for the Lord. Yeah. So preferred sequence is 4 times to the lotus feet, 2 times to the belly, 3 times to the face, and 7 times to the entire body. So the same photo we got it there. Today we will be doing it there. Okay? After offering flowers, we will go there and offer ghee lamp to them. Okay? So please remember 4, 2, 3, 7. So so today Prashadam is sponsored by Deepti Vidra Mataji and family and Srinivas Prabhuji family for his son's birthday. So let's all thank them loudly by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra once. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. So additionally, watering tulsi and offering tulsi to Krishna every day is very powerful in this month. It is said that Lord Krishna himself promised that if anyone offers tulsi leaf in the month of Kartik, I am ready to exchange the entire Vaikuntha planet for that one tulsi leaves. Okay? So there is a star to it. Every safe person, so they put a star, okay, with love and devotion. Okay? So don't tell that, okay, I offered, where is my flat? When it will come. Okay? Fine. Next is, yeah, minimum 2 to 4 hours. Please don't make me shout. I am frustrated to say this again and again. Okay? To help you all, now we offer the beads to my personal ladies today, whomso not started chanting, whomso don't have bead bags. The beads are kept here. They are offered personally. I'll share the photo. They offer personally to the Lord. You can see the lotus feet, the beads are touching. Okay? So they offer it personally to the Lord. I prayed sincerely so that whomso taking the bead let them progress nicely. Please come forward, take your beads and pay in the counter. Okay? So this is a golden opportunity. Please don't miss. And frankly, my amount of Gita course I am not, my throat is not dry. But to make you chant, my throat is dry. Please help me. Okay? Yes. So we are going to have wonderful one-day blissful yatra. We are finalizing the date. We are looking at the logistics, either November 10th or November 17th, after the week of Diwali, so that everyone can participate. So how many of you can join for the yatra? There we go. Very nice.
So we are going to go into a place called Deva in Durga, so 70 kilometers away from here. Whole day continuously, you don't have anything else to do. Cooking will be taken care. You don't have to do anything. You just have to come, sit in the bus. We'll go for yatra. We'll have wonderful katha. We'll have wonderful darshan and come back. No need to do anything else apart from doing spiritual activities. Full day, you will be experiencing the bliss which we have, all the mentors have, and all the devotees have. How are they experiencing that? You will have a taste of it. Please don't miss it. And anyone can come. So please bring your family members also, and so that they also get a taste of it, right? Yes. Yeah. My last announcement. So we are going to conduct a Srimanta Nayana ceremony for 4 Matajis who have contacted us. They are pregnant already. So these ceremonies will, like what you are saying, samskaras, right? So this samskara will go into the impression of the even in the womb itself, right? So that helps the child to grow very nicely. Until they are in the womb, we can control. After they come out, we cannot control. Okay. So this is one of the nice samskara which we offer. So November 3rd, we are going to celebrate in this center. So I would request all the participants. Now we are their parents. We are their family for them. So their families are far off. So we are their family. I want everyone's participation on November 3rd. We will have it here. If any one of you, like we contacted 4 Matajis, but we don't know, some more may be there. So if any of you know them, like this one, please contact me or my wife Indumuki. We already posted in the group. Please contact. November 3rd, we are going to celebrate. Yeah, that's all from my side. Now let's go for chanting.
So all of you take your seats. Everyone's eyes closed. Let's prepare our mind for the mantra meditation session. So as it was announced, today is one of the days of this auspicious month of Kartik. Very, very auspicious. We have one name taken this month, a holy name chanted in this month. He is a lot of spiritual credit. And now we are going to chant 108 times. That was sitting in the temple with 100 plus spiritually like-minded people. Very, very rare opportunity. Very rare. So please be conscious of this rare opportunity. Please be conscious of the sacred beads that you're holding. And please be conscious, it's only 10 minutes. And today we have heard very clearly, uncontrolled mind is the enemy. Never trust the mind. Involve the mind in positive engagement. So now you have to try your best. Mind will take you here and there. It will do MINDS. But you have to try your best to pull back the mind on the mantra. This is what we'll be doing now for the next 10 minutes. So let's try our best. Even if one mantra we are able to hear attentively, the mantra meditation session is successful. So let's begin. Please repeat after me the invocation prayer. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Shri Advaita Gadadhar,
Shri Advaita Gadadhar,
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
So for the next 10 minutes, it's only you and the mantra, nothing else in between. Let's begin. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama